Ready or not, I'm here. Let's see what the. Yeah, okay, volume's working. Man, what a day, what a day, what a day. Okay, so I'm here. I want to share with you some of the autumn mandalas that I found. That when I went on Etsy and went all crazy. Um, Actually, all the books together that I got, like I got like I don't know where it was like $10 basically for all the ones I got, and I went and got a lot, so like it was really inexpensive. Um, every time I kept looking at one to print today, I was like, "Ooh, look at that one! Oh, look at that one!" So I got to figure out which one I'm going to color. Um, so this is from a book that's called Autumn Mandalas, and I wish I could show you the cover. Well, I don't know how to do that. I suppose if I let myself on my other computer and showed the cover, I probably could do it. I don't know how to do that. But it's called Autumn Mandalas, and there's three downloads for it. I mean, and it has like I don't know, it has a lot of pictures in each one. Like the first part of the book, there's the cover, and then there's 9 images, and then it keeps going like that. I don't know if it's 30 or 50 images, but there's a lot of them. One thing with them is that some of them are like kind of cut off like this. If you make them this big, um, well, actually they're cut off anyway, even if you make them smaller. But if you make them print them out smaller, like turn it landscape, and they'll print out smaller, then you could actually draw in the rest of it, which like I don't know, these images are cute enough, I think, like to use for cards and things like that. So that might be something you're interested in. That might be something I do at a later date, but not right now. I'm thinking about getting a little crafty, but I'm not ready to be crafty just yet. So there's a whole setup for that. But anyway, so I'm just going to show you the ones that I printed today from this book. Um, this was the last one that I saw that I was like, oh, I want to print that one. I want to do that one. Um, this one, which like, I don't know, I'm thinking this might be the one I do today. I think this is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Um, Not that the other one isn't. I like them all I don't know, I just like the composition of all of them. This is the one I started with because I said I want to do something simple, and I might also do this one today. I don't know, this might qualify for that big and bold challenge, big and bold coloring. Oops, that's upside down. Looks interesting upside down though. Looks like a ball with a tail. But it's supposed to be a pumpkin that way. And it's cute that way too. So I like this one too. Obviously, because I printed it. I printed all the ones that I like them all really, but these are the ones that's like I felt like I might want to color today. Didn't I print more than that? Is that all I printed? Why did I feel like I printed more than that? Is there more? Oh yeah, that's because there's more underneath it. That's why. Not that much more though. I thought I did more than that. Okay. Then there's this one, which is probably I don't know. It's hard to pick. I really love this one too. I was kind of disappointed that the edge doesn't show on here, but again, like actually I probably could draw it in if I wanted to, if I really wanted to. But I just think this is gorgeous. It even has like how some leaves in the fall they have like the holes in them because they're dried out or a bug ate through it or whatever. It even has that in there, which I think is really cool. It's very realistic. Has these little seed pods in it. Yeah, so thought that was nice. Also from the same book. Um, then there's this one, which I also really like, and I particularly like that it all fits on this page. So I thought about doing this one today too. It's very simple. Might be nice to do with pencil. The grayscale might show through really good, and I feel like I'm talking myself into doing that one right now. So let's see, I showed that one already, right? Yeah, I did. So those are three of the images out of that book, and I think there's 30 entirely in the whole book. So yeah, updates, because I really went ham on one of these things. If I can get it, I got pencils on my desk. Hold on, let's see if I can do this. Got the, what is it called? Take note markers, because I was thinking of doing that big pumpkin, which I still may do now. Because I have to do something to relax, because I think tomorrow is going to be all work. I have so much to do, and I lost time today because I forgot my phone at work when I came home. Um, and I also had a meeting afterwards, but I couldn't access the meeting without my phone. And yeah, that was a whole mess. So had to cancel my meeting, which I was able to do without my phone, which I was grateful at least for that. So other people wouldn't show up and I wouldn't be there. But yeah, oops, sorry. Just showed my whole life there. Well, not my whole life, just a little bit of my life. Whatever. I ain't hiding nothing. Anyway, so this is a page that started with some orange that I put in a little bit of blue, that I covered the blue with orange. Okay, this is where I covered the blue with orange, and it did make a kind of sienna kind of brownish color. And I kind of tweaked it a little bit more because I may not have used the right color orange to get it all. I don't know. I just put in more orange of another color to get it more to a color that I kind of liked. So that orange over blue thing does work. I did happen to go over the last thing I did in this yesterday was to edge these things with blue, which I thought was ironic because I was actually covering up the blue initially, and then I actually put blue back down in there. But I really was feeling this kind of denim color blue, which is in, I think it's from the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils. And so I just went over and I started doing this whole thing. I want the whole thing to be blue. And I may go in with some Gamsol or something, Gamsol or Vaseline to kind of rub this in a little bit, smooth it out. But I almost like it kind of being rough like that. And I also was doing this, as I was doing this, I was kind of using it as trying to develop my skill for, putting down pencil and not having it look scratchy, not having it look like I use pencil or whatever. So it was kind of like, anything I do is kind of like I'm trying to get better at this somehow or practice some kind of skill, because it's just my habit that I always like, if I can get more than one thing accomplished by doing something, I always tend to go that route, because like, and maybe that's why I'm in such a predicament with having to practice rest because I'm always trying to get so much done in one thing for whatever reason. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know, but um anyway, so I kind of liked having like a denim kind of look to this. I felt like it made it look kind of rustic. And that was another reason why I kind of liked the idea of covering over that blue with orange, because I felt like it would have, depending on the kind of pencil I used, that I felt like that would have kind of a rustic look too, and not be so smooth or whatever, but be kind of, I don't even know what to call it, really. Excuse me, I'm scratching the inside of my eye carefully because I also have a mascara that's new to me. Gotta make sure I'm not allergic to it. Anyway, um, so yeah, so that's what I've been doing with this. It's kind of at a point right now, like I like the background. I'm kind of feeling like everything else in here is a little too busy, so I feel like I want to kind of start kind of, well, I might be before the point where I can start reining in some of these colors and getting them to kind of, you know, work well together rather than fight each other. But yeah, I think I have to lay down some more color before I get to that point. But um but I'm having fun with this, so yeah. I don't know what it was. I just want to do orange, brown, and blue, but a very particular color of blue. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go over this with some metallic uh, pens. Is this one of them that was sticking up over here? No, that's something else. Um, so like some bronze or something like that. Um, maybe use my acrylic pens for that. I don't know, but we'll see. But I really like this color combination. So maybe with a little less yellow. I kind of want to turn that yellow a little more brown or a little more orange or both. Unless I put more brown in the background here and just use straight up brown, a brown pencil. Um, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But I'm having fun playing with this. Um, so that's that, and this is in that book that I got from Ollie's Flower Mandalas. So I think we should start simple, quite honestly. Um, I know I just got all these pages going. I still got the Afropunk page to work on, but kind of just I don't know. I'm not doing that at the moment because I'm not. I did work. I don't know. Did I work on? I didn't do any more on this. I did some of this on live. I did this on live, and I didn't do anything else afterwards. Um, because I was working on the leaves, trying to get the leaves to look the way I wanted them to for. Excuse me, a little bit the light. Um, Trying to get the leaves to look the way I wanted them to, and it felt like I kind of was getting them there, and so I kind of just stopped at that point because there's a lot of things I don't know what I want them to be or look like in here, so I just kind of stopped and like gonna take a break from it. And it's Mandala Monday, so like it's a good time to take a break. So I think I want to do this pumpkin because I want to use markers. I want to use these tape ones because I use these in what not this book, not this Creative Pages book, but another one, and I loved it so much that initially I was putting down the marker just for a beginning, like a base, but I loved it so much that I haven't gone in and changed that page. So I figure let's play with some markers and see what we get. And I've got a lot of kind of orange tones in this, amazingly, because there's not really that many pens in the set. Don't make me count because my brain is tired, but this is all of them, right? And out of that, I've got all of these that are kind of like in a orangey kind of tone. And I thought, well, that's interesting. So I'm going to use them. I'm going to use them. I don't know if I should add a little pink in there, like as undertone or not. I don't know what purple would do. But let's see. I don't know. I may add some pencil to it also. I gotta figure out what I'm going to start with. Probably need to make that green or brown, or a combination of green and brown. Um, but I just want to play. I want to do something for fun. My head hurts from everything I went through today. Oh, well, that wasn't the color I thought it was going to be. But that's okay. Probably going to be really sloppy, but I'm doing this for fun. I mean, I do all my coloring for fun, so. I started off this morning. I thought I was gonna do my 100 days of sketching, and turned out I didn't. Time was going faster this morning than, I don't know, it seemed like it was going fast. So I didn't get to it because I had to get ready to get out of here. Bubbles! Hey! Happy Monday, so to speak. I don't know what to say about today. It rained. It rained. It rained. That's all it did. It's like from the time like before I left the house to drive into work, it just rained like this soaking cold rain. Okay? And I had to walk from building to building for part of the day. So it was like, oh, it was awful. This poor person that was in front of me, her feet were squishing, in her shoes. I felt so bad. I felt so bad for that person. It's like, oh man, you got to go through the whole day with squishy feet. And I just was praying for her. It's like, oh, that can't be good. So somebody else who was out and they had on like, I don't know if they were running. They weren't running at the time. They were just walking, but they had on an outfit like they were running. But I mean, like just shorts and a tank top, and then like a hoodie, and that was it. And it was that soaking cold rain. I was like, good Lord. So I prayed for that person too, because I was like, I don't know, either something's wrong with you, or that's all you got to wear. I don't know. I don't know which. But in either case, you need something. So it just was, man. I feel like usually I avoid days like this. I don't get days like this, or they're rainy like that. Can't remember being in a day that's rainy like this for a long time. And I guess it might be what's left over from Mitch or something. Or so, no, well, it can't be because it says that went out to sea. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe it looks like it's coming out further. It's coming from uh south. I'm bad with directions, but it's coming from the west and the south. So I don't know what that means. I don't know what's been going on in other places, but dang. Could it stop raining already? And it might still be sprinkling now. The sun has not come out all day, which, that makes people feel miserable. I don't know why I'm putting lines all in here, but I am. Who knows? I may wind up covering them up. But I'm just doing this for fun, so I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. This is Bugs Bunny sings that, one of those old Bugs Bunny Looney Tunes. I don't care. I don't care. We're just gonna color, see what happens. I feel like these pictures would be really good for like really just kind of blinging out. If you had that blinging gene in you, that you could do this on cardstock and really just go ham. That would be awesome. I don't really have that bling out skill though. Just call me Miss Basic. Call me Miss Basic. And I could have used my whatchamacallit, what do you call them things? Still hot and dry. Here, let me send you some water. I mean, it just like nonstop rain. It's like, really? This is just really strange. I don't know. I mean, that usually happens like around November. So I guess, it's totally not off, but I don't know. It just is, makes for a nasty kind of day. And it was hard, like with driving, and because, I don't know, it's just dark, and it made it dark when I had to leave the house, so I had to kind of watch for deer. I waited as late as I possibly could for at least, for it to get lighter outside at least. So my risk of encountering deer might be a little bit less. So, yeah, so I'm glad to be home. I'm really glad to be home. And then when I got home and realized I didn't have my phone, I just about just was like, oh my God. I was going to fall on the floor in a lump. It's like, no, I don't want to go back out. I really was like, so thank the Lord for my husband. And he was looking rough too. I was like, oh, good Lord. It's like, but I sent him in there. he he went in and got to get my phone for me. So he had to go in my office. And it's like, good Lord, they're going to see this scruffy dude going in my office. Hey, who are you? I mean, he was really looking scruffy, but it meant too much for me not to have to go back out. I'm like, yeah. And he loves driving. It's like, so, and he had to go out anyway. So I brought back my phone. It was where I thought it was. It was sitting on my desk, right by my computer at work. I just can't believe I left it because I don't do that. But it was kind of crazy when I was at work because there were some people that were looking for one of my coworkers, and I didn't know where she was, and I had just seen her walk back and forth in the hallway. So I was like, she's not here because I just saw her like 5 times walking back and forth, back and forth. So then I went going to look for her, and I don't know. It was supposed to be my time to kind of wind down from, the things I had to do there today, and so I'm running back and forth looking for her for those people, which I mean I didn't mind, but I think it kind of got me a little frazzled and a little off my game. So I didn't do my usual when I leave. One of which is always put my my phone in the same place all the time, always. And I didn't, but that's okay. At least it was there. That's a good part. And my office was locked, so that's the only place it would be. But you know, then here I am. I'm trying to talk to Bixby on my watch, and I guess we learned a lesson. Bixby is not going to answer back unless you have your phone. Not going to answer you on your watch unless you have your phone. Crazy. So I learned something today. But the thing is, well, kind of good and bad. If it were colder, all of that would have been snow. And like I kind of wouldn't have minded that if that meant I wouldn't have to go to work. Which is kind that's bad. But yeah, but I would imagine, well, hopefully, it's weird that I'm saying hopefully, but hopefully at some point it will be snow because these warm winters are really kind of, they're not dangerous, but they're scary because that's not how it gets up here. And from the way people are talking, some of those folks in Florida are saying, no, we're not going to rebuild, we're just leaving. And I'm thinking, don't come up here. Don't come here. We don't want you. I don't mean that. But it's kind of interesting, though. But that's what they said with climate change, that it's going to cause movement of people because the weather's going to be like too much to deal with. And the guy the prime minister of the Bahamas said they've been going through this for a while. They've seen that the storms have been getting worse and worse. Oh, stop. I never did like that. This used to happen to me when I worked at the bank. They'd be all over me. Oh, do you know where, do you have, it's like, oh, brother, can I get my coat off? Is it all right if I get my coat off? Can I just do that? Okay. So now, what are we going to do with this? Make their middle, we're doing this kind of pink, and that's a heart. So I feel like hearts should be red. Right? Can we give it this kind of reflective thing or something? I don't know. Who knows? I might bling this out a little bit. I might try to. Not to the level of blingage that could be, though. I know some people could really do this nice. Wow. Well, they gotta let you do that. Say no answers before I clock in. I really like these markers. They're just kind of fun. They're nice shape and so how? We're gonna try to use every pen we have? Maybe. Because I'm like that. Just go to there. Hey. Oh, let me go. Ouch. Oh dear. Oh dear. Lord, please give Bubbles the energy for the kind of day it's looking like it's going to be, and if possible, don't let it be that kind of day. Or give Bubbles superhuman energy and wisdom and patience beyond what she has. Because we know you can do that. Well, you did it for me today. Didn't want to punch one person. I didn't. Restraint. Just, I don't know. There's something weird with people these days. They just seem to have a lot more audacity. I don't know the right word, but that's the only one I can think of that's a polite word and not a swear word. They have a lot of audacity, a lot of nerve to do things that, like, really? Really? Things that people would never have done before in public or with a stranger or whatever. And it's like really odd that the bar has lowered for how people conduct themselves in public. It's really sad. Actually, I feel like we need a shift. Bring back, I don't know, bring back something. Bring back propriety. Do I want this lemon yellow? I think I want this lemon yellow just to color over it, not to keep it there. I found today I had to have a lot of grace. But I was praying about that before I even left the house, so I guess that was my preparation. That I needed that preparation, and I didn't know how much I would need that preparation till I got there. It wasn't all, crazy, but it's that last part. These markers don't even smell bad. They really don't smell bad, which I find unusual. I just realized, why did I make those green? I could have kind of made them, I don't know, brown or something rather than green. But, oh well. Too late now. We're going to make it work. I think it could be, you know me, I love mixing colors. If I put pencil of another color over this to change it slightly, like use a red. If I use a red pencil, it'll make it brown. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. See, I think that's why I love oil painting so much, is because I love seeing how certain colors change each other. There's something about that gives me a thrill. So if this is green, where would it be green and where would it be brown? Oh, if there were a variation of that, probably would be green near the closer to the pumpkin and brown towards the stem because that's how it's going to dry. I'm thinking. Maybe I think too much. And I'm thinking. Da, da, da. I don't know what I'm doing with that part. We don't know. Oh, I kind of want to, I don't know, kind of want to round all of it with some color before. Oh, excuse me. That was tuna fish. Yes, when I got home, that's what I did. I changed my clothes and got a tuna fish sandwich. Me and that tuna fish. Ooh, I can go get some walnuts and grapes too, actually. Just thought of that. Yeah, and I was passing by the grocery store today, and I actually thought about going and, buying the groceries that I used to buy before the whole incident that caused me to have braces and then having braces, which is basically just eating a whole bunch of vegetables. And I feel like I'm getting close to that point now where I can actually do that, where I can do that and not have to worry about breaking a bracket because my teeth have aligned so that I can actually chew better. So they're not all in the places um, where they're aiming for them to be, but for the most part they are. Like the big work is big basic work is done, and now it's like moving um, of a different kind. I don't know how else to say that because I'm not an orthodontist. I just know definitely things have moved into place because I can chew normally, which I couldn't before, and kept me from eating. Kind of weird colors, but we're gonna go with it. We could make that more orangey. We could do that. Do you have another? Do I want to use another yellow? Hmm. I love this yellow. It's a beautiful color. It's beautiful. I do need to do some sketching today. I think that will relax me too. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder. Okay, we're getting rainbowy here, but I don't care. I'm just gonna see what happens. I don't know how much. I don't know how much one color shines through the other on here. Guess we're gonna find out. Dun, dun, dun. Orange or red? I'm leaning towards orange. Or you could do watercolors on here too. That might be interesting. Is that the song trying to come out? It actually is. It's trying to come out. Wonder if I should turn this upside down. Yep, I just did that without even thinking about it. Just went in, okay, we got the orange in our hand, we're just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna keep going. I wonder if should make that hurt brown. I don't know why that seems kind of. It seems kind of like a bad symbol. Brown heart. But, hey, I'm doing okay, Marcia. Kind of. I don't know. It was a weird day. Tomorrow's kind of a um sad memory day. Kind of glad sad memory day. I don't know what you call it. The anniversary of the last day that I was able to sit with my best friend, and he passed a week later. And it was one of those things that's like, you have to, if you're going to see him, you have to come see him now because he didn't have much longer. And, yeah. And so it's kind of a memory. I miss him. I know I'll see him again, but I miss him here a lot. And other people do too. Um, yeah. But I'm very thankful I had him in my life. We would not, neither one of us, he wouldn't have lived as long as he did, and I wouldn't be here now if it hadn't been for him. So we were kind of a lifeline for each other. So I'm thankful for that. Prayers for his wife, who's got, yeah, that's, I was thinking about that on my way home. The first time that I saw them together, and I knew, oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I just knew it, and I laughed because every time I think of it, I laugh because it was just watching them together was just pure joy. I have never felt or seen anything like that ever before nor ever since. You just knew. I just knew. I said, oh yes, that's the one. And yeah, just kind of. I know God knows what He's doing, but it just breaks my heart that of all the couples around here where they hate each other, why'd you have to take, somebody from a couple that they really are just like, you know, made for each other? Why'd you have to do that? But I don't know his plans and purposes, and she's strong. She's strong. And we're here for her for whatever she needs. And we don't understand it now. Someday we will. And we're all better for having known him and having him in our lives. Bless all of us in a big way. I just miss him making me laugh. Yeah, me too. Me too. It was kind of like it was, I kept not knowing whether to go or not because of my job and I'm around the public and I didn't want to give him, COVID or anything. And so we could only talk, with DMs and FaceTime and things like that. And so it was kind of hard because it just wasn't the same. And I had always thought, like, if anything like that happened, that, I would be there in the same city, like to, help his wife, take care of him, and take some of the load off for her and things like that. And, not expecting anything like that to happen, but I always thought like we'd be growing old together, all of us. And so it was really, yeah, it was not a fun time. Not fun. But he's at peace now. And I tell everybody, it says, yeah, well, until we high five in the sky, because we'll probably be up in heaven causing a ruckus. God's going to tell us, can you guys calm down a little bit? So I feel like I don't know if I'm ever going to have another friend like that in my life ever, because I didn't realize how. I mean, I appreciated him and he appreciated me, but I guess I never stopped to think how rare that friendship was because I was busy, living it and you know, appreciating it and you know, I don't know. I did not realize it until losing him. I was like, wow, there's a hole. There's a big hole. And I remember, like, at the time, the person that I was dating when he was dating his wife, he got angry because um, at the time I was in the hospital, like, for something, and I had to have surgery, and so my friend came to visit me, and my boyfriend at the time was mad because of how my face lit up when my friend came in the room. And it's like, I couldn't explain it then. I says, well, he's my friend. I do not want to have anything to do with him romantically. That's not what we are. It's like our friendship was built in some other universe. Well, it was really. It was built by the Lord is what it was, because that's just how we were with each other. It was like even more than brother and sister. I can't even describe it. It's like I call him my soul twin. And that's kind of what I realized when he passed, that that's what he was to me. He was my soul twin. Um, but yeah, my boyfriend at the time got mad. He goes, well, your face lit up when he walked in the room. I'm like, well, he kind of saved me from jumping off a bridge. So yeah, I think he would. It's like we did a lot of stuff for each other that nobody else would do for either of us. And so, yeah, that's why. Um, we kind of helped. I have the ring of um, that he had given to someone he was engaged to who really broke his heart really bad. And like I had helped him, like I'd been there with him through him getting through that. And I guess I kind of helped him through that. That was around the time we first had met each other. And from our talking and stuff, not even about her, but about, I think, talking about the Lord and talking about different things. I don't know. Like one time he says, you know what? He goes, I think I finally, I'm gotten through through this, but I still have this ring, that our engagement ring that she gave back to me, and I don't know what to do with it, and I don't want to throw it away. So I'm going to give it to you because I feel like you'll know what to do with it. And I actually still have that ring, and I almost had forgotten about it, and I had started finding it like a year before he passed. I found it. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I still had this. Um, yeah, never told him, that I still had it, but yeah, It's kind of interesting. And then I remembered that whole story. It's like, oh yeah, he gave this to me because he said I would know what to do with it. I didn't really know what to do with it, which is why I still had it. But now I know what to do with it. I'm just gonna keep it, and I think I may get. I was kind of looking for a gold chain to like um put it on or something to wear it around my neck. But then I thought, Linda, that's a little bit morbid, you know. Like I know I'm not like you know. Yes, I love him and I miss him, but I'm not like gonna be here pining away because God has a plan and He's working out His plan. And it's even interesting what my friend said to me. What he said to me when we were together the last time, that they were things that actually have propelled me through the next stage of my life. It's kind of amazing. So again, still serving the same purpose we've always served in each other's lives. The last things he said to me, which were like so unexpected, were actually like what I needed to hear. I had no idea that that what he said was in me, and it's like, oh, light bulb. So yeah, it was like the last bit I have the Lord has for me to give to you before I go. This is it. And it was interesting getting there to see him too. Things were trying to get in my way the whole time. The whole time. And I think it's because the enemy knew how important it was for me to be there. Some weird stuff was happening. It's like, nope, I have to go, I have to go, I have to go. And I got there and spent the day there. And I kept waiting, wondering. I wasn't sure if I should spend the night or what. I just wasn't sure. I just had never been in that situation before. So, well, kind of, yes, but with my mom. But, um, yeah, just kept listening, saying, okay, Lord, what do I need to do? I know what I want to do, but I don't want to do what I want to do. I want to do what you want me to do. Yeah, that all that just came out. Well, goodness. But I think I needed to talk about it though, because it was yeah. Talking about it, I think it helps actually. Doesn't for everybody, doesn't all the time, but I think sometimes it does. I usually wind up just thinking how blessed I am to have had that friendship. Really. Yeah, my cat, the cat I had at the time when he met his girlfriend, who became his wife, he loved her. That was another side. It's like, oh my God, she's definitely the right one. He loved her. Oh my goodness. And he didn't love everybody. He liked Andy. He liked, oops, I said his name. But anyway, he liked my friend. But he loved his girlfriend. It was so funny to the point where she was saying to me, she was giggling and laughing. She was like, "What's wrong with him?" I says, "Oh, he's in love with you." I said, "You are approved." She had really long hair, and he kept. She would sit on the sofa, and if she left any room behind her on the sofa, he would walk behind her so he could walk behind her hair, walk through her hair. I mean, it was just ridiculously obsessive the way he would do it. I'm like, you are just a trip. That cat was a trip. But I always knew who was good people and who wasn't by the way he acted. He let me know. He let me know. That was hilarious. I just would just like look at him like, oh my gosh, what a trip. And she is a cat person too, so I think that kind of helps. But I didn't know that at the time, though. And I don't think that had anything to do with the way he was reacting. He just was like, I don't know, she was approved by him. Looks like I'm giving this pumpkin wings. Yeah, you know what, Marsha, that's what I realized after too. It's like I realized it's like, oh my gosh, that was a really, really um special thing, and I didn't realize how special it was. I never took it for granted, but I just never realized how special it was. And some people would mistake it for like, like we were dating or something. It's like, no, we were both like, oh, no. It's like dating your sister. Like, really? But it was more than brother and sister because it was something, I don't know, it was something else. Just was something else. It had eternal weight on it. It did. I don't know why I'm putting red in this. Maybe to balance out the color. I might have to put some orange over it. Yeah, so even though I sometimes, and sometimes I get sad about it, but a lot of times I just wind up being just really grateful and thankful and laughing and smiling that I ever had the opportunity to have that kind of a friendship in my life. So I don't know what kind of pumpkin this is going to be, but it's like we're setting it on fire. Which reminds me, I need to go find some pumpkin spice coffee. 'Tis the season. The only thing is, I need pumpkin spice coffee in espresso. Not that light they be doing. Light and fruity. No, yeah, I need espresso version. I don't know if they make that. Okay, so oops, we kind of went over a little bit because we got a little too happy. So I wish I had a tan in this. I don't know if it's gray. I don't know about that. It might not be light enough for me to. What if I did brown and yellow? Or I don't know. We're gonna play around with this. So it's like an hour now. I don't have exactly the steadiest hand today. So I think we gotta kind of. I don't know how good my highlighting mode is today. If I can leave lines in between, and maybe go in with pencil. My hand's just not steady though, at all. So I give up. Just like forget it. Let's just do like lines because I can't do that. Probably going through coffee withdrawal. Hey, Mandy. Woo, chow. Well, I hope they leave you alone during your break. That used to bug me when they'd bug me during my break. It's like, really? Do I not get to rest? I don't get to rest? Why not? Ooh, I didn't want to do orange. Ooh, that was a mistake. Ooh, chow, that's ugly. We'll fix it. Really, we will. Somehow. I don't know what that is. It's because I don't have a light brown. I don't have a tan in this, but I might have to. I don't know. Maybe I can find an alcohol marker that can kind of go over that. I don't know. That's ugly. That's ugly. I say so myself. We're gonna see. We're just gonna play. If I ruin this, I can always print out another one. It's a good part of that. Boy, that looks that looks like the it looks like it has a black rot. Do we have a white in here? And a blue. What would blue do to it? Okay, we could really mess this up. Oh, I didn't see this one. Shoot. Oh, it's not much lighter though. Okay, now we're gonna mess up this part. I'm gonna fix it somehow. Really, I am. I'm not gonna let it be up. I'm not gonna let this go out ugly. I'm not gonna let that happen. I just might not be able to fix it during this live. Although, like, it's almost drying green. Almost. Well, this is kind of supposed to be a mandala. It's from a autumn mandala book. So, that's why I'm doing it. But, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's technically a mandala, but the book says it is. So, I'm just going to go by the book for now. There's some other ones that are in here that are, maybe more mandala-ish, but they're all kind of mandala-esque, I would say, rather than straight up mandala. Like this one seems a little more mandala, and then this one really seems more mandala. I mean, if you think of the picture, but as far as the actual practice, like with mandala, I don't think any of these are really like that. And that's one thing that I kind of was looking for, but could not really find. Yeah, not a regular one, not a real one. I say real one. I don't mean to be offensive, but you know, not like a real, the circle with the intricate patterns. So yeah, but I'm trying to stay on the autumn theme. I probably could draw some things around it if I wanted to. Okay, now that this is drying, it doesn't look as bad, but it still kind of looks like it has black rot. I gotta fix that though somehow. I think this lighter green would have been a good thing to do from the beginning. Actually, I wonder. I don't know. I don't want to do gold. Yeah, I've been looking and looking for one, and can't seem to find one. And then I thought, well, maybe I should just find a regular mandala and do it all in orange. And so, kind of been trying to do that or looking for one for that. I don't know. Nothing seems to be really clicking as I try to find something. So I said, well, let me just color something. Even if it's not straight up mandala, we can go mandala-esque. Since mandala-esque is all that I seem to be finding. Yeah. I have some books coming from Dover Publishing that I'm hoping maybe will spark some autumn mandala pairings for me. I really would like to actually like draw some, but yeah, I don't feel ready for that yet. It's like the precision that's kind of scares me. That like I don't. It's almost like with well, it's like with drawing. that like I can I can do those anthropomorphic things like with no problem. I can kind of sketch and not and like la da 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 whatever. But when it comes to actually drawing something, I don't feel like I have the steadiness or setup for it for me to do it. It's like a whole mental space I feel like I have to be in to do that. And maybe that comes from doing like the fashion drawing or something. But I feel like that's a whole nother thing, and I don't feel um, still or steady enough to do that. And I think I put my standards a little too high too. I think I think that's what it is for myself. Put my standards way too high, and then it's like then I don't start. And I can usually I can get over that with other things, but drawing I can't seem to do that because I'm not as good at that as I am some other things. I think that might be why. And I don't have really have trained skill with drawing. And I think that's another reason why. Everything's okay except for that. Except for black rot. Black rot. That's what you call it. The black rot. Hmm. But like everything else, anything I color, I think I'm always somehow actually, whether I know it or not, I'm doing it and learning from it. So even if it winds up looking like caca, I'm still learning from it. Sometimes you learn more from the things that you do that you think suck. And sometimes those things actually do suck, but sometimes you learn more from it than the things that you do well. So I ain't sweating it. I ain't gonna sweat it. So these swirly things. What if I should put green in them? I'm, I feel like I want to make these brown, but I want to make them brown with pencil so that some of that somehow I don't know shows the what do you call it the variation and the dark and light. So I'm just playing. It should be around the heart. More orange. I could always go in with pencil on this too. I could bling it out with gel pens or something. Okay, that line is most unbecoming. Probably due for some more coffee soon. I haven't had a lot of coffee today. I have a cup here, but it's only like a quarter of it is all I've drunk of it. And I feel like I'm in need of some more. So I'm supposed to have a meeting tomorrow, and I kind of want to go, and I kind of don't want to go. It's via Zoom, but it's all people I love hanging out with. We have so much work to do. It is only an hour, though. It's supposed to only be an hour. Okay, now I'm just like coloring the whole thing in red. Like, really? If that's what we were going to do, why didn't we just do that? Okay, just to be different, I'm going over it with pink. My palette method: pick up whatever is next to you and color with it. It's like the ultimate randomness. Oh, what's that next to me? Oh, here, let's use this. I actually found an old planner that, because I've been watching what Martha makes art, and oh, I actually kind of like that. You know what I could do? I could like put some brown or something in there and kind of make the, shading or whatever with pencil. That might be kind of cool. Okay, what else have we got here? Do you want any pink up here or no? I don't know how I feel about that. We do have these other leaves though. Yeah, not to talk a whole lot about death or anything, but when my mom was, ill, and she like passed away like a week after I saw her. It was like very, very sudden. Like, there's a lot of people in my family who would never tell you if they're not feeling well. It's like, I don't know. I think I do probably have some of that in me, but not, because I will run to the doctor when I see something not right. I'm not gonna stay home and suffer. But it was kind of like, by the time that she said something, there was nothing really that could be done. And sometimes it's hard to process those words, for family to process those words. And and then also it's like it's a time where you don't really know what's going on, and you're like, huh? They're saying what? Like, I don't get it. And so this was another one of those cases where suddenly I didn't know the whole situation, but suddenly, like, I mean, it was in the middle of the day I got the information, or early, it was in the morning, mid-morning. I got the information. I immediately, like, I had been out in the garden or something like that and was all like, sweaty and gross and whatever. I just like immediately, like, got in my car and left. It just was like boom. I just got in my car and left. Drove like 2 hours and got there. And it was so funny that like I got all the way there, and like what I realized, I didn't have on any socks or something like that. And I'm not one person, I'm not the type of person to not wear socks. It wasn't then. Hey Foxy, I watched your video and congratulations. It's so exciting what's coming up. I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited for me because I want to see, and if I can get it, of course, I want to get it. But yeah, it was just one of those things where even though I wasn't getting the whole story, so the Lord was telling me, you need to go now. And that's exactly what I did. And it turned out the next Thursday, she was gone. Um, but um, when I was there were people, saying, well, you need to fight this and whatever, whatever. And when everybody was gone, I just sat down. I was sitting down with my mom, and she wanted me to read some scripture to her. So, and so I was reading to her the things she wanted me to read and stuff. And we just were talking a little bit, and then I just, um what did she say to me? There's something that she said to me, and I kind of heard it in her voice that she was ready. And I just said to her, I says, I know that, you know, I don't want you to go. I know there's a lot of other people who don't want you to go. Oh, I know what she said. Oh my God. And this like really like it cut me to the core, and I knew exactly what was up. She said, I think Jesus wants me now. And when I heard that, it was like at first before that, like, some other family members had been there, and we were talking with the doctor, and it was like about making, you know, provisions for her to be at home, and, who we had to call, and like all these other kind of things. So we were getting ready to make arrangements for that. But then when I was sitting alone with her and we were talking, and then she said that, she goes, I think Jesus wants me now. And I heard that, and the way I felt that, I felt it. And it was like, oh, it's. And so I said to her, well, I know I don't want you to go, but I got to tell you, if Jesus told me he was ready for me now, nobody would stop me. It just was like, I'm gone. He wants me now. Let's go. I know who I love. Number one, number one. But yeah, when she said that, I knew. And so I kind of figured that was the last time I was going to see her, because I knew what she wanted. Um, and if he really was calling her, then it was time. That was that was really interesting. Yeah, and kind of heartbreaking, but also interesting. She fought a good fight, a long, long good fight, and it's because of her that I actually know so much scripture today. Because when I was a teenager, she had this, I don't know where she got it from. She had this little box that had cards in it, almost the size of, cards, business cards. And it was like a box that was full of them. And so before, like when before dinner, like we would say grace. And our grace was, short. Usually we always did the God is great, God is good, let us bless him for thank him for our food, amen. But then we would each, my brother and I and her, we would each have to pull a card and say the scripture that was on the card. And that's the reason one reason why I know so much scripture now is from doing that, from that practice. There were so many things that she did that, like she said, if I don't know the right way to do everything or whatever, the right way to raise you or whatever, the one thing she left us with was our relationships with the Lord, with putting that in us. And forever and ever and ever, literally, I will be grateful to her for that. Um, yeah, big time. So I don't even know why I said that, but I don't even know why I never talk about my mother. So I don't know why I did that. And I don't really get a thrill of talking about death either, but um precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. And that's what it was with my best friend, and that's what it was with my mother. So it's like sad for now, sad for the moment, but like we're all going to be going, that route, and hopefully go the route that they went. Um, and to go well is a good thing, you know. But they call it a Christian death, which I know there's this band that's out there that's called that. That's anything but. I remember buying that CD thinking it was something, I don't know, like some, I don't know, Christian goth metal thing before that really became a thing. And it turned out, ooh, child, it was total trash. But that's another story. Uh, Where are we with this pumpkin? Because we are going all over the place. And you know what? The more I look at the black rot, the more I like it. It's kind of, it's kind of not so bad. I might need to put a little white or something in there to kind of turn it a little bit. But I feel like singing this, this girl is on fire. I feel like singing this pumpkin's on fire. I don't know, getting in a silly mood. Is it because of you, Crystal? Are you doing this to me? That's all right. This pumpkin's on fire. I can't sing today. I couldn't even talk today. But just imagine that in your head. Sing that song for this pumpkin. So I feel like I need brown in here, but I don't want to do brown in that pen because then we're going to wind up with more of that. And I'm scared of that. Hey, nice to see you. Oh, I saw you in Jill in Jill's chat. Yes, nice to see you. Oh, I said that just like Crystal. Yes, she's rubbing off on me, which is a good thing. So nice to see you, and I'm looking forward to that poetry challenge. Marking it on my calendar because I know the last one. It was really fun to watch. The last one that I watched. We are just making up colors to put in here. How I do this? Hopefully, Bubbles is doing good right now. You know, some people got it going through. Back off, people. Give Bubbles some space. I see Bubbles has a new page. I saw that she has a new page from her scrapbook on Etsy. So, yep. Well, I guess I got one more thing I need to download on Etsy. As if I haven't downloaded enough. I got one more. Just give me one more. Now, where's that curl? Did I do that different? I'm trying to do them the same, but I don't think I did. I think I actually. I don't know. Oh, no, I didn't do them. Okay, we gotta try and even it up somehow. We're gonna try. But I want to do it kind of as thoughtlessly as I did there so it doesn't look so. I don't know, I'm gonna wind up coloring the whole thing orange once I forget about it. So I wanted to watch. I still haven't watched that movie Black Swan that I keep saying I've never seen the movie. I got it in my queue on Max. Still haven't watched it yet because I can't sit still to watch a movie. I don't know why. I got issues. I can't trust myself to sit still through a movie. Okay, now we gotta make this match some more. But I really want to see that movie. But I don't know. I don't. I used to be like. I swear, I used to watch. I don't know. I used to watch 5 movies a week or something. I was crazy with movies. Like I lived watching movies. Um, but then also like I can't get the kind of movies I used to get on Netflix. I can't get them anymore. Like when you could get CDs. So, and a lot of those foreign films and things and independent films, they were on CD and you could get them and you can't really do that anymore. So, drop a follow too while you are over there. It's free to follow. Oh, is that for, okay. Yes, it's on. Oh, it's on Kofi. You know what? I was looking at Kofi because I was watching Gene. Was her name Gene Gems Studio? I'm trying to remember her YouTube name. And yeah, oh my gosh, she's doing this. She's doing a journal or something like that like it looks really intense. It's like 14 by 9.5 inches. I was like, oh my gosh, that's huge. But yeah, so I'm gonna follow. This is the first time I'm able to like follow somebody through the beginning of their process with it, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, Jean is on Kofi, so okay, so I'll go there. I will go there. Yeah, Etsy has been going through some things as far as like with their creators and stuff. It sounds like they keep pulling fast ones on them somehow, some way, and I think a lot of people are kind of done with them, tired with them. If they haven't already, if Etsy hasn't already like done them in, but there's a few people that I've been on there for. You're one of them, and then somebody that I used to see in this other sector I inhabit, um, Rochelle, who I haven't seen over there on that sector. I don't know, she might have changed her name, but she makes this butter that has fenugreek in it. If it's not all fenugreek, maybe it's part fenugreek and shea butter, but my hair loves that stuff. So I've gotten that from her, and I'm almost done with that first jar. It goes a long ways. I'm almost done with that first jar, and I need to get another one from her. Um, and then all these people I just downloaded these images from, but probably the only one I'd ever go back for again, besides Bubbles and Rochelle, would be the guy, the green whatever guy that did those Afro futuristic images. That's probably the only one I would go back for. Maybe the one that did those room images, if I can figure out how to make them not so dark. Like, because these guys, I love these pictures, but they print out darker than they show on the page, and so I got to figure out how to make them not so dark. Because I mean, in some ways you wouldn't mind it for the grayscale, but that's like really dark. Like you almost can't see. I don't know. So maybe I'll get over it. I don't know. Hey Jean, did you hear me talking about you? Jean Gems. That's Jean at Jean Gems. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you through that process with that journal or whatever, because that looks like something else. It's an interesting size too. Yeah, Gleefully Green. That's who it is. It did the Afrofuturism thing. So okay. So how many times can you lay down green, yellow? I mean, or orange, pink, and red? We're testing that. There's actually two pinks I haven't used yet. I could go there and put that underneath. I'm afraid they're kind of purplish, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. We're just gonna do it. Like I said, if it's next to me on the desk, I'm gonna pick it up and try it. Worst case scenario, it looks weird. Oh well. I might do something interesting when I color it over, like with pencil. So I figure it ain't over until it's over. You might think you've ruined something, but I feel like there's always, well, almost always, redemption for a coloring page. Just how far do you want to go to save it? I don't know. I just start, and it is whatever it is. I do have to have a I have to show some of my pages that I just am like, oh my god, that's awful. I have to have a video where I do that. I'm gonna show my awful pages because I know I have at least one that is legitimately awful. I know. I can see it in my head right now. I'm not sure, like, if to redeem it, I have to turn it into a whole different picture because it's bad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna either use pencil and color this over with like to make it orange or something. Okay, we gotta match what we did. How are we gonna do that? I have a problem with matching this side. Ugh. I love curls. I really do love curls. And you know what? I feel like doing this up here. This is gonna force me to put another color over this. And I'm kind of feeling like some shading with orange and brown pencil here too. I think. So we probably won't finish this in this set in this sitting. I'm thinking. Yeah. Fix this jacked up picture. That might be a good series. Where are you, Beans? We need you done. Hashtag fix this jacked up picture. We need that for a for a hashtag. I got some donations on that one. Thinking specifically that Hannah Carlson page, where I first tried using Prismacolor pencils. Ooh, chow. Mm. Yeah, I think I've done that with at least one page, and I don't think I think that page went to the garbage. I don't even think I have it. That's how bad it was. I don't know which book it was, but there was one I'm pretty sure where I just like ripped it out of the book. I was like, this is awful. Oh, it might have been the oops, we're going way far with that. Oh well. It is what it is. Should we continue? Yeah, I'm gonna take it to ugly. I'm gonna take this to ugly. And then we'll fix it. Hopefully. Hopefully later. Say take it to ugly. That might be something better for other people to answer because I haven't this is the first time. I mean, I went buck wild with this with this looking for a I was looking for fall coloring pages and I just went crazy the last week with it. But I didn't used to like to even color on individual pages. I was a book person, so I recently have started getting into this pages thing and I'm liking it because suddenly I realize, oh, I can print it on the kind of paper I like to color on instead of using, buying books that are on caca paper and trying to fumble with the book to print the page out and all that kind of stuff. Although I'll still do that and I'll still color on paper that maybe is not so nice. But yeah, it's an opportunity to color on paper that you like, and then you can use whatever kind of materials you want to use on it. Speaking of which, what's the back look like on this? Okay, so that's not doing too much. What you call it? I'm really liking this pink. I don't know why. Um, I'm gonna have to color over it, but I'm having fun with it. I don't use pink that much. Plus, I feel like I need something to be a different hue of orange than everything that's already here. So I'm hoping that I can push this pink to a color orange that's going to be different from all these other oranges. So I think that's why I'm doing this. I think that's what my brain is, how my brain is working. I don't know what it is, but since I was, I don't know, whenever a kid, I've always really responded to color. Always been that way. Initially, the goal was I was going to be a fashion designer. Um, Found out I don't like that because if I can't wear jeans and t-shirts to go design fashion, I'm not interested because I don't necessarily like dressing up all the time. I like dressing up when I'm working. Um, if I had known ways to go about it sooner, I might have become a textile designer, but I didn't have any guidance in that way, really. I think I wound up where I needed to be. And I'm just into this paint, boy. So Kofi it is. We're going to start doing Kofi. Or coffee. Or Kofi. I don't know how you pronounce it. I have known of some other people. Did I say hi, Jean? Because I meant to say hi. I was talking about you. Oh, yeah, I did. Because I was talking about the 14 by 9 by 5. I'll never forget that. 14. I got to see that. I got to see the transformation of that. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to learning from that. Because I found an old, it's here somewhere. I found an old planner that I had, just like a little, spiral thing with the, um, just a thin pleatherette cover on it. And I thought, oh, this would be good probably for my first um, venture into, you know, that journal making kind of thing, art diary esque thing. I don't know what it's called, but I feel like that needs to be a different color. If I shoot, if I knew the link, I would actually put it there now. I don't know how fast I can find it. I might be able to find it fast. Give me a minute and I will look. Hey, I gotta go get that page anyway to color, right? So, and I need to also, um, what's it? I need to do coloring in Bailey's, um, her vampire book that I have. And I was looking at that too. That, okay, there we go. Gotta get my other screen active here. Although I probably want to do it. Oh, let's see. Let's just try it. I got too much going on. Oh, I like this. This is taking me off of like everything else that I have to do because like I needed a break from that. This was too much today. Too much. Oh, something else I bought because I was watching somebody. By the way, like spur of the moment purchase, kind of masking fluid. I'm gonna venture into the world of masking fluid when I do another Kirby page. The next Kirby page I do after the snake is finished, we're breaking up this bad boy. We're gonna figure that out. I was watching My Coloring Country Life, I think it was, and I watched her doing that. She has like a 4 hour long video of her doing a Kirby page. Yeah, so I was like, okay, this is how you do it. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So that's next. And I'm looking for, okay, getting Bubble Studios page. And then I'm going to look for her link. Hopefully, do you have it in there? Oh, yes, she does. She does, she does, she does, she does, she does. Okay, so, I don't know what I'm singing. I don't know. I can sing that better than This Pumpkin's on Fire. So, okay, so let me go to it on this computer. And then I'm going to share it with. Okay, why didn't I do that? Okay. Oh, that's what I need. Get rid of that part. Why does it say that? Hmm. Um, let's look for. No, I don't want to start a page. Do I gotta log in first? I just want to find somebody. Da, 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 da. I just want a picture, and I want to share the. Let me try that again. Okay, here we go. I didn't copy and paste it right. Let's see that. There we go. That worked this time. Okay, let me share it. Send to my devices. Is this available to do that? Yeah, send to my devices. Um, okay. This should work. Yep, there we go. Open a new tab. And here's the link global. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. There it is. And so I can get the page too. I can get the page. Scarecrow Halloween coloring page and Halloween coloring page 2024. She's got two of them. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, you finished the page with the gouache. Awesome. Another awesome. Those Thule arts. Back away, Thule arts. I've bought too much already. Okay. Yeah, but are they in the back of my mind? You better believe it. Bubbles puts ideas in my head that affect my purse. Okay. I'm silly. Okay. I needed this today, though. It was kind of a weird, rough day. Oops. But I'm in the fight, and I'm in the fight to win. So, hey, Mama say knock you out. I'm going to do it. I'm in it to win it. You're welcome. Yeah, so we're going to change this pink to some configurations of orange and red. We're going to see if we can pull out of it some kind of different hue of orange and red by putting another color pencil on top of it. If I were really good with, using different materials, I might try, I don't know, and this may not even be possible, which is why like I ain't doing it that way. But I would think maybe you could try using like watercolor pens or something over these. Like to say put a watercolor pen that's red over this whole part and see what happens. But um But nah, I'm not that good with all kinds of pens. Although I'm learning, I'm learning, but I'm just learning. I'm not really good with them. And I could see somebody coloring this page and using like acrylic paint and really just making this absolutely gorgeous. And that's kind of what I like about being able to print pages is that you can put it on the type of paper you want it on for the most part that can handle whatever medium you want to use. I really like that idea. So, okay, so I want to get at least most things down with a base color, but I think the outsides, I think I'm just going to make them a lighter color just because, oh, well, I guess it's as light as we're getting. Because I don't know exactly what I want to do with these little parts. I don't know. But I want to have at least something started with them to give me an idea when I go in. Kind of like, I guess, like I'm blocking out spaces, blocking out colors in spaces. So at least when I come in, I don't have to come in totally dry and think of, oh, what am I going to do with that? I'll have something already started that will kind of jog my brain. You're welcome, Bubbles. Not a problem. Anybody else, if you want me to share your link, just let me know. I will. Because I like to share. Oh, you could do Bailey's. Actually, now that I think about it, I just said that. People I know I watch. Let me see. Where's the... Okay, I bought it after that, didn't I? Oh, yeah. Maybe I have slowed down with my purchasing. I didn't have to go that far back. Okay, here we go. Open link in the tab. I just want this book. Can I do this in... I'm hoping this will turn out right. We'll see. Uh, I love this book. This book, it's like once I get in it, like I think I'm just gonna like do what I did again. Is like I'm not gonna stop coloring in it because it's just so fun to color in. That is Bailey Black's Fall into Fun, bold and easy coloring books for adults. Cozy Autumn. Let me see. I think their author page. She's got a lot of books in there too, and I have um, one of her vampire books. I can't remember the real name of it. I'm bad, but I got a lot of stuff in my head. Um, what if I did this? If I is that a link? No, I guess not. Okay, so I gotta do this. This is her author page. And let's see who else we have. Pretty soon we're gonna have some more. The more the merrier. We need more people making coloring books. I've been thinking about making one, and I was thinking like the most likely one for me to make would be to do one of those anthropomorphic, um, you know, design things that I do. Um, so I don't know, someday. Where is it? Where is it? Looking for Dawn's book. Man, did I get that this summer? Let me go way back. There we go. I'm there now. Okay, let me show her author page. This computer is probably saying, you know what, like, it's right on the same screen. Like, can't you just open it in the computer that you're on instead of sharing it with the next device? Because you're sitting right there and they're right next to each other. It's like, nope, I got two hard drives for a reason. Because notice you have not heard any fan. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Okay, paste. Is it? I don't know. Paste. Okay, so this is M Bean's colorings page with her books. I have two of them, and ooh, yeah, and I see at least one more that I want. Oh, that's cute. Oh, how cute. Could fill those up. So there we go. Some books from colorists that I know, and actually, Jean also has a Ko-fi page. Let me find that. Oh, I can find that. I can click on her name, right? Where are you, Jean? I'm looking for you. Oh, why does it say show? What do you mean show? No. Okay. How am I going to do this? Where am I? I forget because I'm on, I can do it this way. And it's been, oh, it's almost 2 hours. Okay, I'm going to have to go soon. Jean, Jean's Gems. It's just on her Ko-fi page the other day. So she must have it in her. Oh, you don't have it in your description? I thought you did. Okay, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna at least share your. How did I get to your Ko-fi page? I found out about it somehow. I don't go there. I don't go there. Period. I'm gonna go there now, but um, somehow I wound up on your Ko-fi page, and I thought, oh, I know somebody else who uses that. Before I found out Bubbles had switched to that, I knew somebody else who was using that. Um, okay, so let me share this. Let me share your page, and then I'll figure out where your Ko-fi is later, or if you show up, you can share it. Or I don't know how that would work, but I'll I want you to share it. Let's put it that way. I'm sorry, I'm so goofy. I can't help it. I really am. I can't help it. Okay, so let's see that. And she's like mixed media lady. She's Miss Mixed Media. Yeah, we've been telling Bubbles about that. She's kind of a perfectionist, so I figure when I'm 80, I'll get to buy a Bubble Studio coloring book. I'm just teasing, Bubbles. You're going to have one before that. You are. So let's see. Where are we? I think I got one. Yep, one little space here. And what did I use? I think I used this because I thought it was light, but it's not really light, but that's okay. And I can't figure out this shape. What is this shape? I guess they're not really symmetrical or whatever. So it doesn't matter. I think I actually now have some energy to do something, do work stuff. I'm always working on work stuff. I can't help it. But I feel like I have cleared my mind a little bit. I don't know that I want that there, but I'll get into the word a little bit instead. What time is it? So, oh my gosh, 6:31. How long have I been sitting here? I'm just having way too much fun. I don't know. You guys make it fun. Oh, this is more salmon. Oh, that's interesting. We got a new pink. We got a new pink to play with. So one thing I need to, well, not need to. I don't really have to. One thing that I want to figure out is where I'm loading Steam back onto my computer, so I can, whenever that happens, whenever I get a chance, I can start playing, The Sims some more again. I can start playing that one game. Oh, what's it called? Seasons. That game that I actually bought a controller for. It seems like a very kind of pensive, thoughtful, kind of existential kind of game with a really like kind of deep narrative. I started playing it, and then like I kind of couldn't because I had other things to do. Then I couldn't because my computers were whacking out. Um, but I really liked it as far as I'd gotten with it, and so I really would like to play it more. So that let me do the overlay because I need to make. Why I'm trying to figure out why this got so small. Why did it get small? Okay, so I think I am done for now. We'll see where we take it from here. Although I'm looking at that and I don't like that being. I don't like that white space. It's bugging me. Need to fill it in. Excuse me. I probably should eat something else because I haven't eaten anything since 2 o'clock. I'm not even missing it. This is why I'm so weirded out with food, and I'm hoping that I am getting out of that stage now since I can chew better. Can't talk better. It's been weird trying to talk today. And power chains or power chain and okay, so I think that's it. So my plan is these parts I'm gonna do like with some kind of orange. I'm probably gonna put some kind of brown pencil in here, something to turn these parts to pink orange with pencil, and then we'll see. I don't know. I may fill this up with yellow marker before I do that. Maybe I'm gonna see how I feel before I go to that step. I can't seem to do anything in one sitting. I'm not sure why, but oh well. Um, so that's it for me. I've been on. It's going to be like 2 hours. That's a long freaking time. So I will see you all on the coloring streets. coloring, painting, crafting, streets, and thanks for spending time with me and listening to me blah blah blah. And thank you for helping me get through a day that kind of was weird and in preparation for a day that's kind of like not the greatest anniversary, but a good one still. So particularly Marsha, I was thinking of you. It's like thank you. Yep. See you on the streets. I can't do my Foxy imitation. I haven't tried it. I'm gonna have to stand in front of the mirror for a while and do that. But I'm not surprised to hear that you were a head cheerleader. That came as no surprise to me. I heard that. I was like, of course you were. Anyway, Bubbles again. Good night at work. I'll be thinking of you. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.